It's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore.
DNA test.
Identical twins to have the exact same ancestry, and they should. So the fact that they present different results for you and your sister, I find very mystifying. We thought for sure that the differences had to do with just when one person spit, there was a contaminant in the sample, or.
But then you looked at the raw data, and you're saying you checked, and there's no difference.
No difference. It's like it's shockingly similar. It's like it's scarily the same.
We spend many hours. We try to understand why they might be different. But we cannot.
I think that the clean thing to say is we don't know how they did the calculations, but we strongly think that you and your sister should get the same report. End of day.
Because remember, while companies all rely on the same DNA science, they have different formulas and different people in their database to determine which population group you belong to. And whatever your results,
11% Scandinavia, which I love.
Don't get too attached because they may change.
There's been some changes. There's been changes in my results. I was 11% Scandinavian on my other test. Where did that 11% go?
It happened to Carly and me too, with Ancestry DNA.
And look, though, look.
This was my first result, but it was updated to this when the database and math changed. Check out the differences.
I think that's nuts how much it changed.
The health policy prof knows all about it.
I was once 100% Irish. I do love Guinness an awful lot. But now apparently I'm like 80%.
Your results don't stay the same over time. Often they change as the companies update their databases. The commercials don't mention that. What do you think of that?
They don't mention that, right? And it actually does evolve, which is a really telling point. It shows how imprecise it is, and it also gives you a sense of the way the science actually works.
People hear DNA and they think science, legit, CSI, law and order, everyone going to jail or get...
That's the rub. This business of genetic genealogy is fraught with limitations. For one thing, it can only provide information about a tiny fraction of our ancestry. Because we get half our DNA from our mothers and half from our fathers, almost all of our DNA gets shuffled and remixed every generation, making it impossible to trace what comes from whom. There are just 2 bits of DNA that remain pure: the Y chromosome, which passes directly from father to son, and something called mitochondrial DNA, which passes unchanged from mother to child. Hank Greeley, a law professor at Stanford University, has studied this new field. He worries that people don't realize just how many ancestors they actually have.
8 generations ago, both you and I had 256 great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents.
Wait, you're saying that if you go back 8 generations, we have 256 great-great-great-grandparents?
Yes, it doubles every generation. So you've got 2 parents, you have 4 grandparents, you have 8 great-grandparents, 16 great-great-grandparents, and it adds up fast. It adds up so fast, in fact, that if you go back 20 generations, you've got over 1 million grandparents.
1,048,576 to be exact. And in each generation, DNA testing can provide information about only 2 of them.
So you could be Peruvian on your mother's 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 side, Japanese on your father's 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 side, Swedish on everything else.
And you'll never know.
And you'll never know the Swedish from the Y chromosome or the mitochondrial DNA.
Yes, I took a DNA test.
Me too.
Yeah. So where you from?
I'm 97% East African, West African.
No, see, that's the wrong test. I took African ancestry.
What's the difference?
So African ancestry can tell you the specific
auditorium, like 75,000 people or something, and she was Zulu. So it broke on CNN. I was sitting in my living room minding my own business and said, Oprah Winfrey's a Zulu. So I called Rick Kittles. And I said, Rick, did you tell Oprah she was a Zulu? He goes, no, man, she made that up herself. It's a true story. It's a true story. I would lie to make you laugh, but I'm telling you a true story. So I said, Rick, "Are you in your lab?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Is anybody there?" He said, "No." I said, "When the results come in, make her Zulu, man." You know? I said, "You back there making it up anyway." Nobody believe you can take some spit and figure out a tribe? What, are you crazy?
Okay, well, I have to live with that for a moment. I'm not Zulu.
You're not Zulu.
Okay.
DNA tests for ethnicity are entertainment value only.
William Gilliland is a biology professor at DePaul. He says DNA kits can be great for connecting family members and finding relatives, but the science for ethnicity testing isn't as concrete.
There's nothing that confident for ethnicity. There's no diagnostic nucleotide. You can say this person is from Europe, this person's from Africa.
So what happened in Smith's case?
The simplest explanation is that one of these test results is just wrong, and the tubes got mixed up or contaminated or something.
We reached out to both Ancestry DNA and 23andMe. Ancestry tells us it's incredibly unusual to find variations of this magnitude. The company says its best guess that the tubes were mixed up before they were sent to their lab.
What's the difference? So African Ancestry can tell you the specific ethnic group that you come from.
Nobody believe you can take some spit and figure out a tribe? What, are you crazy?
What does that mean? Hang on. The moment we've all been waiting for. Charles Barkley is 75% sub-Saharan African, a.k.a. black. Drum roll, please. Snoop Dogg, you are 71% sub-Saharan African.
These DNA tests for ethnicity are entertainment value only.
Oh, where you from?
I'm from Liberia.
From Liberia. And you trying to tell these people that I'm trying to tell them that they're not African.
They're not.
They are already. I don't know why they don't want to hear.
There was black people already here, bro.
Already here, but they want to say.
And it wasn't even Native American, bro. It was just dark.
Right.
Here.
The history books are not true. It's a lie.
That's right, my phone.
The history books are lying. You need to know that. You must know that.